Jeremy Sockman here today with a look at a movie that came out during the grunge era and managed to survive longer than some of the bands shown within. It's Singles from 1992, but was it a movie that deserved to stick around? Let's take a look. It's Seattle in the 90s, so you know what that means. Lots of flannel, grunge music, and dating. Linda has a bad experience with a guy who claimed to be a Spanish exchange student in order to score her garage door opener, and goes to an Alice in Chains concert where she meets Steve, who's looking for love. His lines don't work, but his charm does. Then you have Janet, who's in love with Cliff from the band Citizen Dick. Cliff is just not that into her, even though she owns a large assortment of hats. They all live in the same apartment complex with Debbie, who turns to video dating to find Mr. Right.
No druggies, please.
Come to where the flavor is. Come to Debbie country.
Now things get complicated. Linda gets pregnant but loses the baby in a car accident, then decides to go away for a month on a research cruise. When she gets back, she and Steve break up, and he slips into a depression when the mayor turns down his bullet train idea. Janet nearly gets drastic cosmetic surgery, but instead decides to dump Cliff, and Debbie loses her video date to her roommate, but at least scores $80. You know we can't go out like that, so spoiler alert, Steven and Linda get back together, Janet and Cliff do too, and grunge music lives forever. Now, Singles might sound like a cute little movie about finding love in the early 90s, and in a way it was, but it was about where to find that love that might give you pause. You see, Singles wants to tell us that the best place to find love is with your ex. Linda wants a man, but she also keeps breaking up with them. Sure, she loves Steve, but the second they break up, she goes back with an even older ex, Andy. Then they split up and she's back with Steve for the happily ever after. Contrast that with Janet, who loves Cliff, only to realize he's a deadbeat and dump him. But all it takes is for him to say bless you after she sneezes for her to go right back to him for her happy ending. But what about Debbie? After a plane ride from hell, she falls for the first man to compliment her earrings. Oh, he's 50 and divorced? He'll do.
And that's all it took. Debbie was in love.
So the four main characters all find their happily ever after love in places they knew. Safe, easy ones. And comic relief Debbie ends up with a balding geezer. Sure, she met someone, but realistically, all she has to look forward to is changing his diapers and him dying and leaving her widowed at 40. You really call that a win for her, Cameron Crowe?
Because not everybody needs to be with someone.
Singles advocates for rebound love with exes, ignoring that there were usually good reasons for the initial breakups. But when faced with the grim prospect of dying alone, sometimes you take what you can get, or go back to what you had. If not, you could end up like Debbie, and no one should want that. Still think this is just a cute little movie about finding love in the 90s?
I am very, very, very lonely.
So in the end, by offering up the familiar as the best option, Singles wanted to help those in need by reminding them that love is only a late-night message or call to your ex away. Just because it failed once doesn't mean it will again. Ignore the signs you already listened to, slide right back where you left off, or otherwise you could be a Debbie, and that's a fate worse than loneliness. I'm Jeremy Sockman, giving the helpful reminder that second chances can pay off. That is Singles, my seal of approval.
I know I'm right about this.
Give me a second, girl.